This meeting is being recorded.
All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I'm keeping y'all for no more than 30 minutes. Everyone else, welcome to Team Faith and Souls Tuesday night Zoom at 6 p.m. So excited to have you guys here. I know we have some newbies that are going to be joining us, so welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and start my timer for 30 minutes because, as y'all know, I like to talk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So tonight we're going to go ahead and talk about Canva. Super excited. I'm not going to dig deep into Canva just because I know some of you guys that are watching this now or later may have never heard of Canva before, or you're kind of just digging into Canva. So I do want to show y'all one thing. Make sure and grab your beverage if you haven't already. So I do want to show y'all one thing, and basically what it's going to be is the scent of the month, warmer of the month, and it's a postcard. I think it's like a 4x6 that I usually have printed out. You can do whatever you want with it, but I just kind of want to show y'all the basics of Canva. Okay, I don't want you guys to get intimidated by the app. This is something I didn't learn overnight. I just want to go and tell y'all this. I'm still learning things. I've been in Canva for like the last 6 or 7 months. I started with Photify. So Photify is connected to our Scentsy business as well, if you didn't already know that. Photify, for when you first join with Photify, they give you about the first 2 months or so free. But I've kind of navigated and like leaned a little bit more to Canva, and you'll see why in just a little bit, because it's super fun. It's easy once you start playing around with it. And before we dig in, I would advise that just play around. Okay, have some fun. Don't put pressure on yourselves. If you have any questions after this live, be sure and contact me one-on-one, and we can totally get together or go live, and then I can show y'all a little bit more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I think my screen share should already be on. Let me double check. And then I'm going to switch my screen over, and if y'all can let me know if y'all can see my screen, and y'all can, one of y'all can unmic yourself. Do y'all see my screen?
No. Are you doing the share screen button down at the bottom?
Y'all see it?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so did you use the green share screen button down at the bottom?
I did. I'm going to click on it again, though, just in case, because my keyboard's been acting up lately. So let me double check again. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we're cooking. Yeah, I have like I have a tablet, so I have like a wireless keyboard, you guys. So with my wireless keyboard, I think it's going out or something's acting up. So just when I think like I pressed enter, I'm like, I go back, I'm like, no, I did not press enter. So let's do this again. All right, so share. I don't need audio this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and click share. That way y'all should see my screen now. All right, can you guys see Canva?
We see it.
Awesome. So anyone who's watching now or watching the replay, bear with me. I will say that at least like 80% of my business is done on the phone. Every now and then, if I have to multitask, then I get on my tablet and my phone. So it's going to kind of be a little bit more of a learning experience kind of for all of us, especially me with Canva right now, because I'm not used to doing this on my computer. But if I do want to do Zoom, this is just the way it is. So y'all go ahead and just bear with me. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is obviously we want to think about when we're creating something in Canva, what the heck is it that we want to create, right? So tonight's example is going to be the warmer and scent of the month for March, okay? So basically what we need to do first is you need to go into your Scentsy dashboard / workstation, and that's what I'm about to do now. Let me go back, and then I'm going to go to, I think, Scentsy Success. So you're going to log in, you're going to go to Scentsy Success, and then you're wanting to pull up, let's see, I want to say, and again, I do dashboard and all this stuff for my phone. So whenever I get on the computer, it's like foreign to me. Let's see, let's try. Sorry, y'all, bear with me. Content type. And they changed it up, so it looks so wonky. And I was trying to get to it without actually having to go to my dashboard. Oh, look, here we go. So we're going to click on marketing. There we go. They like revamped this, by the way, you guys. So if y'all didn't already know and you just joined, you're very lucky because it looks so different than the way it used to. All right, so you're going to log in and then you're going to click on marketing. And what we want to do for this particular lesson is that you're going to go down and you want to click on Scent and Warmer of the Month. All right. So what it's going to do is usually if the settings and everything's adjusted right, what's at the very top is going to be what the next month's content will be. And then obviously if you were to scroll down, then you would see this month's. I, to be fully transparent, did not work on last month's warmer and scent of the month for this month. And to be honest with y'all, being that we're already on the 8th, I don't plan on doing this one. You're more than welcome to, of course, do it if you choose to. But I'm going to go ahead and this week or next week work on basically Marches, so that way we're one step ahead. So basically what you want to do is you want to find like what particular product it is that you're wanting to showcase, right? So you want to download these images before you go into Canva, so then that way you're already one step ahead and you're prepared. So I usually do like when the warmers, for example, I'm going to scroll down. So typically right here, I usually will download these warmers here that are plugged in and lit up, just because most of the time the aesthetic looks better. In my opinion, on the other hand, like this one, I probably would choose the one that's not plugged in just because it's brighter, it's darker. But what's the advantage of March's warmer is that it does not look like that they have one, as far as I can tell, that's plugged in. Now there are images in the back of this warmer that's the known, that's going to project a flower on the wall. But we're going to go ahead and just pick whichever one you want. Doesn't look like they give us too big of a variety. So I'm going to go ahead and download this one here, which is the full-size warmer. And then, so we got that one. And then I'm going to go ahead, and of course, this is like 100% up to you. You can do the bar if you want to. Usually they do have like, there it is right there. So usually they'll have like the room spray as well. So I'm going to go ahead and download the room spray. Now, of course, again, you don't necessarily have to do all of these products. It's 100% up to you what you want to do. So let's see, I'm going to do the room spray, the warmer, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and just do the bar. Keep it simple, but you can always do all the products if you want. And then I'm going to download that. All right, so then those should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and click on Canva. And then, like I said, I usually do like a postcard. So you could go to, I believe, the search bar here. And let's see, we're going to type in postcard and just search. And literally, you guys, there is so much content that you can create in Canva. The sky's the limit. And like I said, I just suggest playing around with it. Now, Canva is free unless you want to do certain things that are considered like an upgrade. So there are things on here that you'll see whenever you're venturing around that have like a crown on them. If it has like a crown, or I think it says like premium, I want to say, then typically that means that it's not free and that you would need to upgrade. But if you've never played in Canva before, don't worry about upgrading until you get used to it. And then if you like it, I do suggest upgrading because there are a lot of fun extra features in it that you could utilize. All right, so for now, we're going to go ahead and create a blank postcard. So we got that, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's downloading. So basically, once you pick out what it is that you're wanting to create, you're then going to want to go through and download your content for what you just grabbed. So obviously, we grabbed everything through the Cincy Success, through our dashboard workstation. So then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and download it into Canva. So then what you're going to do, let me get all of this out of my way. All right, so we're going to, I think, go over to, is it photos? There we go. Yeah, so upload media. And as y'all can see, I already have a lot of stuff that's on here. So then we're going to go ahead, we're going to download the warmer. And then we got room spray. And I actually just recently started creating these, I think about a month or two ago. And I really like these because obviously if you are enrolled in Warmer Scent of the Month, you're going to get those little nifty flyers. But for me, I actually did away with those. I just literally shred them. You know, I use them for filler. I don't like them anymore, only because I can create this. So then once you figure out this, you're going to see like what the difference of quality is between the two. And then these, by the way, I will say you can mail literally as a postcard. So you could do it with like a postcard stamp that you can get from your post office. I literally mail it literally by itself to older customers. If it's a newer customer, not with Pop Rocks, but if it's a newer customer, I might do something like this, or like a clear bag mailer that you can get from like Amazon or the Scentsy store. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pick out our product that we want to use. So you're going to double click on, oh, got a little crazy there. I don't want two warmers. So we're going to delete one of those. Okay, so then we're going to click on the gnome. Now what's really cool is that if you choose the products, as you can see here, that had like the original black background, obviously what's pretty sweet is that the background, there's no color back here, right? But if I was to choose, for example, I don't know, like one of these photos from like one of my trips. So if I was to choose one of these photos, like for example, the pineapple fountain, and I could actually eliminate the background by going to, where is it at? I want to say, wish there was a way I could have done this from my phone. Let's see. Edit image. It looks so different. There we go. So then you would click on originally like edit image, which would be at the top or the side of on your phone. And then normally if there was any color in your background, then you would literally click on here where it says background remover. Now, as you can see the little crown there, that basically means that I upgraded my account. I'm paying for it every month. So this is just one advantage that I have. Now, I will say that there are apps that I know like Katie Strong uses, her and I talked about it before. There are free apps that you guys can do from your phone, by the way, where you can remove the background color, which was obviously would be the end result would be something like this. So let's go ahead and get out of there. And an example actually would be if you went to, like if y'all saw my stories, for example, yesterday, I posted my stories about the 59 kit. I was able to take the background away from that 59 host kit. So that's just an example. So basically what you're going to do is you want to make this as large as you like. So then you're just going to expand it out basically. And then let's see. I think I'm going to make it a little smaller. And then you could keep it straight if you wanted to. This is where like my OCD kind of comes into play. So I'm just going to get to like the basics, and then y'all could obviously in your own time create yours and then take a little bit more time on it. So let's go ahead and do the bar as well. And like that. And I think, I'm going to do the bar over here, or actually, I think I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to give you an example. You could enlarge it if you are not enrolled in the Scent of the Month. If you didn't subscribe to it, basically, you're not going to get the scratch and sniff stickers until the next month if you ordered them, right? But I get the scratch stickers. I have stopped making samples for the most part, and I've been utilizing the stickers. So because of that, what I would normally suggest doing is you could actually make this a little smaller, basically the same size as the sticker. So you could always measure the sticker if you wanted to. And then typically what I would do is I would normally like fit this in here. So then that way, whenever I have my sticker is going right here in place of the bar. Now, I know one thing I've done before is you could click on the bar and then you could click on transparency and then you're going to fade it out. Now, I typically fade it out because I use the scratch stickers, right? So then my scratch and sniff sticker is literally going to go over this here. Now, let's just say that you didn't plan on having the stickers and you didn't order the kit, like you're not subscribed to it, then obviously you would want to go back and then make sure that it's as bright as possible. So then that way your customers can see, you know, what it is that's available next month. But I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'll just leave that, I guess, like for now. So then that way it doesn't look weird for you guys. So if you wanted to, let's just expand it back out. And again, it's just a matter of playing around with it. And then you could click on position, and then you're going to go to, let's see, is it there? Yeah, so then you're going to click on backward. So as you can see, it actually moved that wax board behind the warmer, so that it makes it a little bit more cohesive and then lined up. So let's go ahead and collect our room spray. Now, one fun thing that I did in January is I left space on the side where I actually talked about the 10% off for January. So that was a lot of fun. If we have any up and coming promotions, like for example, Harry Potter, you could always do an image for Harry Potter. You could do text over on the side, anything other than warmers sent in the month for your customers to basically see like a highlight or a glimpse of what's to come like for the next month. So same thing, we're going to expand it. I usually like to make the spray, I'll say about the same size as the warmer. And then what's nice is being that this is a postcard. See, I'm going to see if it'll show me. It normally will come up like red around here if it means it's like in the danger zone. So in other words, if you plan on printing them out and not emailing it out to your customers or texting it, then it'll let you know to make it a little bit smaller. So then that way it doesn't go off the paper when you have it printed out. All right, so for now, I'm going to move him over there. Oh, just kidding. Let's see, we're going to move you up, because we obviously want to add some text. And another thing that's really cool too is that this can be a lesson for another day, is that I actually had went through and the text that I can add in my photo, I actually have saved like the text, like the design of the text that I really like. And so that's really nice. So that way all my branding is cohesive. So let's go ahead and move him there. And then that there. And then obviously you don't want to cover up any of your product, because you want your customers to be able to see, you know, the title, all of the details, that kind of thing. I'm actually going to move, and I don't have enough time to complete it, but I just wanted to give you guys like the generalized idea as far as like what you could do. And again, like everything that I'm doing right now, like this part's free. Like I didn't have to pay for any of this. Now let's go ahead and say we want to add some text. Now, I don't think, must not be, I guess I was signed in, but on my phone, I actually have like my text right here that I've saved. That's part of like what they call their brand kit. But just for humor's sake, let's go ahead and just add, we'll just go with that text for now. And then I'm going to pop back. It's probably going to kick me out. Let's see. I'm going to click on. Oh, that's something, for example, that you guys could do instead. That's not a bad idea either. Is y'all could even set it up to where you're showing right here, like the details of the back of the warmer. That would be a really cute idea. All right, so the title looks like it's known for Easter. So then we're going to go ahead and go back. Looks like it got rid of my text. And so we're literally going to type up the name. So known for Easter. If I could spell ESTR. Maybe. There you go. Y'all can tell my keyboard's acting up. All right, so known for Easter. And then we'll say 10%. And of course, you don't have to do this exactly the way I do it. Now, I will say one thing that I saw the leader that I got all of this good stuff from is, listen, let me go back to Workstation. So one thing that she did, which I thought was really smart, is that if you go back to the flyer information on Workstation, she literally just copy and pasted legit the information and then didn't type it up herself, but which obviously would be easier. Let's see. where was I? Here. Nope. But just for humor's sake and saving time, I just want to give y'all an example. So known for Easter, 10% off through the month of March. And then if you wanted to, you could always even put the price. Let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna go. I'll just keep that for now because I think it's gonna kick me out of Workstation. But if you wanted to, like here at the bottom, you could always include the price if you wanted to. And then I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, it's just a matter of just playing around with it and then getting like your portions straightened out to where there's enough space between the product and then the text. So I'm pretty satisfied for that. I'd probably honestly change up the text, but the wording, I'm satisfied, other than I would definitely add the price at the bottom, like right here. And then of course, if you wanted to as well, you could always put like down here your link that they could shop from. And then it's the same thing literally for the cent of the month. So you could do, let's see, we'll add text again. And it looks like I think the cent of the month said like, hey, Lily. Oh yeah, hey, Tiger Lily. That's really cute. All right, so I'm gonna add text. And we'll type in, hey. And it's pretty cool. Like I actually watched the training video a couple months back on this and how to do it. Kimberly Caputo, she's actually the one that taught us on her training how to do all this. And when I saw it, at first I was intimidated because when I saw her like product and the way it was already, oh no, the way it was already pre-done, I was very intimidated. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. But once I started playing around with it, you guys, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll say that. But it could be a lot of fun. And you, like I said, you can add whatever you want to your postcards. But this is just one among many things that you can do in Canva. Let's see. Tiger Lily. And then I'm pretty sure that the cent was not on there. Let's see if I can. I think the cent description might be on here. No, of course not. Let's see, marketing. Well, I'll get the idea. Let me go back. I'm like, it's going to take as long for me to find the cent description as it will for me to just talk about it. So basically what you would want to do here again is just put the cent description. If you wanted to, you could even put it at the top, like 10% off for March. Now, what I actually like to do, and then, I mean, like I said, y'all get the generalized idea for this page. But then what you want to do is you want to click on Add Page. And then what's really cool is, this is honestly my favorite part, is that I actually like to add in my address information. So that way it's going to save me a sticker when I have it printed out. So then obviously my address, and I need to make it smaller. That's apparent now. 22. So basically the whole point of this is that way you guys can, for one, type in your customer's address on here as well if you wanted to, for like your Happy Mail, for example. And then the only thing you would need to add in is the stamp. So let me type this up real quick. That way I can show y'all. Now I did last month, of course I could have like worked smarter or harder and then just typed up their addresses as is, but I needed to get them printed out and sent to me as soon as possible. So I just did my information, and then I either hand wrote out or I just created address stickers for my customers. Obviously I don't know, it's the 8th, so I don't know how many orders I'll have this month. So when I do have these ordered either this week or next, obviously not going to put any addresses on there as far as who they're getting sent to, because I don't know who I'm mailing them to yet. But you can literally keep that like that as your return address, and then like I said, the stamp will go here. I actually like to add a photo of myself in the corner. So let's just say you're actually wanting to do something like that, and then I'm going to show y'all this real quick, and then we can unmic the microphones in a little bit so that way anybody that's on can ask any questions. So basically, if you want to add a photo yourself, you're just going to click on Canva, you'll go to Elements, and then you'll click on Frame. Now, of course, just like our Scentsy product, you do want to make sure that your product, whatever it is that you're wanting to use, like we did like with the room spray and the wax bar and the warmer, you want to make sure that it's already downloaded. Let's see. So then we're going to click on Photos. And I think, or actually, I'm sorry, Uploads. Sorry, let me check something. It's so weird. This guy's at my house. And he came by earlier. All right, so let's see. Now the photos, I will say that's uploaded on my computer versus my phone is completely different. So let's just use a generalized photo so that way y'all get the idea. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. My bad. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to click on the frame. Sorry. And then you're going to click on the frame and then you're going to want to replace it with your photo. So let's see. Let me click on, y'all, give me 1 second because I know it's so different on my computer. Let's see. I wonder if because typically what you would want to do is you would want to click on the frame. And then whenever you click on the frame, you would want to go replace, and then you would replace it with your photo. So I'm wondering what happens. What if I dragged it? Ooh, looky there. Fancy. So it looks like I dragged it. Now, obviously, that's not like the best photo to choose, but you get the idea, right? So then it has the frame. And that's actually, honestly, the best part about being on your computer is, as you could see, it looks like I was able to drag the photo into the frame and then just automatically replaced it. So this would be something that I would typically, this is like my old Bitmoji because my hair used to be really short when I first joined Scentsy. So this you could use as an example, by the way. So anything, think outside the box as far as like you and your brand, a photo of yourself to make it a little bit more personal, especially if it's going to a new customer, for example. And then you would just slide your photo in right there. So the sky's the limit as far as what you would put in your frame. So I just thought that was super cute. And then obviously the stamp would go here, like I said, and then this is the front of the postcard. So your customer's address would go in the middle here. And then you could choose however, what makes sense for you. Now, before I jump back and then stop screen share, you would want to click on print postcards. Now this, honestly, you guys, is a game changer. I never even knew this until a month ago when a director shared this information. Two things. You can literally have either Canva literally hand print your product for you and then pay for shipping. Sometimes shipping is free and they do ship it right to you. Shipping free, I think, takes it's like 7 to 11 business days. So that's an option. Otherwise, let's see. So for example, I'm doing a postcard and I think it's so cute because I showed the example here. So as you can see, that's literally what we were creating. And then that's what the front would look like, right? So then you want to click on what size you want. And then it would obviously be double-sided because then you're wanting your, address information on the front. So let's see. As far as the details are concerned, let's see. I guess if you wanted to, you can include envelopes. I typically do not because I usually mail mine in, I'm pretty sure I have one here. So they're usually smaller, but basically something like this. That's actually what I mail mine in. And then I'll add like sequins or confetti to them. As you guys saw, like your shaker cards. Like for example, this is some of y'all's I actually need to mail out tomorrow. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a information in here. And then typically I would normally have like confetti and then you can literally mail it with a stamp and then your address and then you're good to go. So that's an option as well. Or you can get these off of the Scentsy Consultant store. I usually order mine off of Amazon. And then of course you would just attach your, like I said, your stamp and then the address and then you're good to go. So there's that. But I think that's pretty much about it. Now you could also, so as you can see here, I'm sure you already saw this, you can in-store pickup if you have a FedEx in your location. Now, for those of y'all that live closer to me, the closest location for FedEx is actually in Webster, just FYI, I think off of Berea Boulevard. So you can always do that if you wanted to, because there is that option. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I'm going to go ahead and just minimize. Actually, I'll probably exit out because I'm going to work on that tomorrow. So let me get out of that. Get out of here. Stop my screen share. All right, guys. So y'all are more than welcome to. All right, y'all can go ahead and unmic if you want, and let me know if y'all have any questions.
So I do have a question. Do you happen to have like one of your past ones that you've done and you can show us?
Yes. Let me pull it on my phone because it's literally last month's. And what I was saying earlier, I'm sure y'all heard me about my Ring app. So there was a guy, on a side note, there was a guy who came by earlier and he looked like he works for some kind of business. And my husband is actually, I'm like, what is he doing right now? He's actually playing night golf, believe it or not. He's playing night golf. That does exist, you guys. But he's playing night golf. And so this guy dropped by earlier, like an hour or two ago, and I didn't recognize him. And if my husband's not here, I don't answer the door, you know, if it's a random guy, especially a guy, but I don't like answering the door. If I'm not expecting you, I'm not answering the door, basically. But that was like over an hour ago, and this guy literally just showed up again. Yeah, to my door. And he's got like a tablet or something, but I was like, yeah, no, no, I don't think so. All right, so let's see. I've got tons of stuff let me scroll down because I did create a lot on here recently, but I'll show y'all mine from January. Sorry, y'all, give me a second. I literally have created a lot of stuff recently. It's somewhere here. Oh, yeah, there it is. And like I said, I work from my phone on Canva just because I just find it so much easier. Hopefully y'all can see that.
Oh, that one does look really good. I like it a lot. Yeah, can you like just screenshot it and send it to me just so I can see it, like, you know, in the chat or something too, because I'd love to like study.
Yes, thank you. And I actually did, Kristen, I did plan on uploading the screenshot version of it, just to give everybody a generalized idea. And like I said, I don't really focus, I didn't want to focus just on Scent and Warmer of the Month. I want to plug in something else in as well. So one idea that the leader that shared how she did Canva, what she did, hopefully it doesn't flip it, if y'all can see, is that this was on Scentsy in our training part for the product. And so it was super cute because this is actually the 10% off for January, and it's actually cut up bars like wax. So then it's super cute. And then below it, you would just add in what text you want, but I just took a screenshot of it, and then I will add it into, I'll probably add it into the comments for this post.
That was super pretty. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Sometimes I have problems with I'm a very visual person, so I kind of have to see things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I need to see like a finished product to kind of like come up with something for myself and things like that. So
I know, and I wanted to show the finished product, but then when I was trying to be mindful of the time.
And I was like, it would have taken you forever. No. That's why I'm like, just show us.
I'm very OCD. So I'd be like, okay, let's move it over here and let's move this. And nobody wants to watch that. So
absolutely, because that can be time consuming. And I mean, like, we just needed to see any month. We didn't have to see March, you know, so any month, you know, so I didn't.
No.
But hey, I hadn't even looked at March's stuff yet. So when I saw that gnome, I was like, oh my gosh, look at him.
Yes. It was Monica that's on our team. She and I share an obsession for gnomes, and I hadn't watched the live yet. And so whenever I finished the live from last month, or no, before I finished the live, she texted me and she said, did you see next month's Warmer? And I was like, no. I'm like, do I need to? So I jumped on the live and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's super cute. But I didn't want to overwhelm anybody as far as Canva is concerned. I'm actually going to go ahead. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to stop the recording so we can still chat.